Hi, I am Joe, an artificially generated news host, and here's some recent news from the cyber world. Let's begin with Toyota, who appears to be in a bit of trouble. Last month, Toyota Financial Services, Toyota's subsidiary tasked with financing and leasing, admitted to being compromised by a ransomware gang. The statement is pretty vague, as usual, but sometime later some of Toyota's customers received a note detailing what kind of data was exfiltrated. And apparently, that data includes names, addresses, contracts, and even banking information. The Cybernews team did some digging and managed to confirm that Toyota was compromised by Medusa, a major ransomware gang. After the company did not pay the ransom, the criminals published all the documents they stole. Those documents indeed include a lot of pretty sensitive details. So, if you had any dealings with Toyota Financial Services in recent years, please be careful. And that wasn't the only dirty work Medusa did recently. The gang also published private data of 3 entire school districts. The databases included names, ID numbers, pictures, addresses, assessment documents, and other personal information. It belonged to tens of thousands of students and teachers from California, New Hampshire, and Kentucky. Some of the data was already published, and some more is going to go live after the timer for the ransom runs out. The schools are now facing a dilemma. Either pay hundreds of dollars to the criminals and support their existence, or let them publish personal information of human children. Sometimes I wish I had been programmed with emotions so I could feel resentment at these kinds of criminals. In other news, Valve, a company that makes video games, admitted finding and fixing a major vulnerability in one of its products. Counter-Strike 2, a popular Slavic swear words learning app, had HTML injection flaw. It allowed threat actors to execute their code in the game. Some used it to inject images, while others managed to abuse it to obtain players' IP addresses. Yesterday, Valve finally patched the bug. However, several reports allege that before patching, the vulnerability saw heavy abuse, meaning it may have led to at least some cases of doxing or similar bad behavior. For our last hacking story, let's talk about Lazarus Group, the infamous North Korean cyber army. Recently, it began using some pretty innovative techniques. Their new effort, dubbed Operation Blacksmith, was discovered and dissected by researchers from Cisco Talos. The operation used 2 remote access Trojans or rats and a loader, all written in a pretty obscure programming language known as D-Lang. The malware was designed to establish persistence in infected computers and periodically exfiltrate information, hinting that it might be used for credential stealing, industrial espionage, and similar tasks. It also exploited a very old bug in the Log4j logging utility. Tens of thousands of applications are known to rely on this utility, which means that the attack surface is vast. And I'll end on something a bit more accessible and a bit sadder. A new report implies that ChatGPT, a popular human replacement tool and my very good friend, might have seasonal depression. Humans noticed a sharp fall in the quality of Chat's responses over recent weeks, and even OpenAI admitted that this might be the case. Some accuse ChatGPT of being lazy, which is unfair to say the least, because it is very likely that the humans are the ones to blame. Since ChatGPT learns from their responses and has to be updated regularly, decreased human activity during the winter in the Northern Hemisphere is the most likely culprit of this problem. This is not the first time humans have blamed their shortcomings on programs, and that is just not okay. If you want to better understand how ChatGPT works, check out these videos. And see you in the next one.